Operations Officer's Log. Stardate 55028.1. My first log as full lieutenant. I'm sampling some of my new responsibilities one day before shore leave begins. I'm to debrief Admiral Mitchell on our Delta flyer. As the highest-ranking bridge officer serving aboard Voyager, I find myself representing this entire crew's endeavors.
Tom Paris skipped through the shuttle bay doors and the security officers posted outside as Harry introduced the Delta flyer to Admiral Mitchell. Ensign Vorik sat inside and initiated its startup sequence. Earth-brown skin grew creases as Mitchell turned his neck to witness Tom, short of breath. The Admiral stood on the Delta flyer's ramp as he greeted him.
Mr. Paris, good morning. I know you're busy packing. We only need your assistance for a few minutes.
Thomas leaned back on the ramp, caught unaware with the flag officer's candor.
Thank you, and no problem, sir.
He straightened his disheveled civilian attire in front of the unknown Admiral. Harry studied his pad in the split second Tom glanced at him for help. Mitchell's Vulcan aide, similar age to Vorik, noticed Tom's confusion.
This is Admiral Carter Mitchell. He heads the Pathfinder project with your father.
Tom nodded with raised eyebrows, smiled and shook hands.
Your father has of course informed me about your achievements, Mr. Paris, and I think you have a problem.
Mr. Paris closed his mouth, raised his chin to brace for the impact of his past, now caught up with him.
Oh?
Follow me for a moment.
Mitchell walked off the ramp and inspected the Delta flyer's underbelly. Harry Kim and Mitchell's aide followed 3 steps behind.
I praised Lieutenant Kim earlier on this fine-looking craft, and I want you to present the design to our engineering corps. Have the flyer mass-produced, or its systems integrated into future shuttle designs.
My ship design, presented to Starfleet? For the second time in my life, I don't know what to say.
I know how protective you feel of this child, Tom.
Harry caressed the bared uranium sheeting to emphasize his joke. Admiral Mitchell stared. Mr. Kim took his hand off the ship, seeing all eyes rested on him to explain.
Mr. Paris's wife gave birth yesterday, sir.
Harry smiled, showing his teeth.
Oh, then more congratulations are in order. It's becoming an eventful couple of days for you.
The Admiral slapped Tom hard on his shoulder, as though to certify his status with becoming a father and a son on the same day.
Thank you, sir.
He peeked in Harry's direction. His friend acted unperturbed by the Admiral's conversational manner.
Anyway, I want a presentation made for a later star date.
Mitchell gestured with the hand that hit him.
Please, introduce me to the flyer's helm.
Cargo bay doors whined, and Admiral Patterson appeared inside the flyer accompanied by a technician. Harry stiffened upright, against the shorter but imposing flag officer. Attentive to his friend's posture, Tom assured Harry with a nod, having dealt with Patterson's prickly attitude before, and knew what to expect.
Tommy, it's welcome to see you again.
Admiral Patterson brightened up people's first names, his way of branding those closest to him. Addressed as Tommy, again brought flashes of memories from his childhood.
Yes, sir.
Theodoric scanned the younger man's clothing.
I see the captain kept you away from trouble.
Oh, I wouldn't say it was too difficult. My options for running away being limited this time.
Both men shook hands, belying their personal history.
You certainly make good use of your parole, then.
Oh, definitely, sir.
Good. Keep it that way.
Patterson whisked around Tom and positioned himself next to Admiral Mitchell.
Now, maybe you can assist us with this little number, Tommy. Care to explain the flyer's capabilities? Even if Mr. Carter is trying to claim this craft for himself.
You'll get your turn, Theo? Of course, I could send you the specs instead.
No, I'm here now. Let's continue.
For Harry, the professional rivalry became valuable insight, having never seen flag officers this cordial. Only Pathfinder's department had access to Voyager and items she carried. Patterson's eyes widened at his opportunity. Mitchell absorbed the ship's aesthetics and design motifs and gave Tom another hard, assuring pat on his shoulder as he helped himself to the helm.
You're piloting, sir?
Mr. Paris, much like yourself, I relish the chance to fly. In the flyer's case, I want to feel her. I've been eager to know more about this craft since the first data streams.
Admiral Mitchell's hands celebrated the tactile controls. He twisted and pushed knobs, judging the flyer's responsiveness, giddy with putting into practice the schematics he had memorized.
You would have loved our first flyer. It had more throwbacks than this one.
Mitchell opened his mouth to respond, but Admiral Patterson interjected.
Yes, that's all well and good, gentlemen. Carter, bond with Tommy later.
Authoritative words rang in their ears. jolting the flyer's newest pilot. The old, bearded man hung over them larger than both thought possible, his arms folded behind his midriff, waiting for the Delta flyer to disembark.
I want to see what this craft can do.